Welcome, Soul Family. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I love you guys so much. Good morning, baby. It's currently 6:36 a.m. as you can see. So I guess we just are in the Asian and Australian sessions basically. And now it's about to be the London session in an hour and a half. And so let me give you a quick trading update from yesterday's trades. Okay, I've already filtered by yesterday's date, right, which was the 23rd of June. So the profit for the day was $5.79. Let's fucking go, guys. So as you can see, there's all sorts of trades here. We're still in some of these trades. We've been in some of these trades for quite a few days. We've been taking partials and adding positions as well. So, like, one of these got stopped out last night because I put my stop loss in profit and I was like, I'll let it. And then so one of my GBP USD trades over here actually got stopped out, as you can see. I already had taken partials. I was like, I'm going to take some profits for the day and then I'm going to move my stop losses into profit, so be risk free and have peace of mind and be happy with what I had for the day. And then, as you can see, this was the outcome, right, of yesterday. So if I take you to the charts, as you can see, here's how the trades played out from yesterday. The USD strength we were talking about, the all the different interest rates and factors we were talking about. And so USD played out pretty well versus the CAD here, as you can see. Some of it is still in play. I took some of the profit as well yesterday over here and here. So Euro USD and GBP USD, we'll get into that. They're still in play, actually. GBP USD might still be in play. Apparently, the pound is pretty weak right now compared to the dollar because they just had their prime minister resign. And they also, compared to the dollar, their interest rates or whatever may not be up to par or whatever. So I'll get into the details, but that was what I remember from the reasons from why we took the trades last time. And yeah, it takes time, guys, for the market to react, right? Like sometimes, yeah, patience is a skill. Patience is a very important skill that can be challenging at times, right? Because we live in a world of instant gratification where we want everything right now. So learning to be patient, learning to be calm with things, can be challenging sometimes. So, but anyway, I was saying sometimes the market takes time to react because you can imagine there's Australian traders, there's Asian traders, there's American traders, right? So huge parts of the market wake up at different times. So they only manage to um excuse me, I got distracted for a moment. Just got a message from someone. So I was saying, so guys, that's why we were in this GBP USD trade, and I was saying patience, right? It takes time for the market to react in different parts of the world. So, like, we may be taking these trades for certain reasons, but it takes a while for everyone to sort of catch up and the market to sort of catch up sometimes. Anyway, so sometimes you have to be patient, you have to wait for trades to come to your level. Sometimes you have to sit on your hands and not overtrade and take trades that you shouldn't be taking, right? For example, like yesterday with gold, they were trades I needed to wait for it to come to my level before I decided to buy or sell. Like I bought gold at one point because I saw the momentum shift and it was going well, and then it shifted again, and then I put my stop loss in profit and I got taken out, for example. And then I closed these USD JPY hedges for the gold trade. Well, not the sells, the buys. I had some USD JPY buys here. because I was hedging because I had so many USD buys, so I needed some USD sells in order to hedge. And USD JPY was showing a momentum shift and was in a good position that allowed me to sort of wanting to use it as a hedge. It made sense, right? To use as a hedge against gold, my gold buy, and my USD trades in total. So, anyway, today's trades, that's yesterday's trades, okay? Now we can get into today's trades. One trade we can begin with is AUD USD, right? Two of our AI agents, for multiple reasons, believe that the Australian CPI came in lower than anticipated, right? At 4%, with the previous reading of 4.2% and a consensus of 4.3%. Okay? Softer inflation data from Australia suggests reduced pressure on the Reserve Bank of Australia for further rate hikes, potentially weakening the Australian dollar. Okay? Cool. What is conversely, the German IFO Business Climate Index showed an unexpected improvement. So the euro is strengthening, guys. So we have a euro trade here, as you can see, right? But at the same time, the AUD is weakening and the USD is strengthening, right? But yesterday, the euro was weakening and the USD was strengthening. But now we may see some turnaround from this trade here. That's why we're trailing it. We're following the market at strategic positions, right? As you can see, the H4 candle, like, or the H1 candle, I give it 3-4 candle breathing room, right, of the previous highs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've given it so much breathing room, right? It's risk free, this trade at this point. So we may re-enter a buy, actually, potentially, if the momentum shifts and we need a hedge or something, because here they're telling us to buy euro. What is here? They're telling us to sell euro. So we'll actually stay out of euro. We'll just we'll just follow the momentum, right? We'll just stay out of euro, but we'll definitely take out. We'll definitely take in. We'll follow the market on euro, right? We're risk free on it for now, but we're not going to take any new trades for today. But for AUD USD, we're definitely going to enter a sell position right about now. We need to see what price. What price? Okay, United States is also weakening, guys, because they sold less houses than expected, and the current account deficit better than the consensus. Okay. So there's a strong demand for oil as well, guys, and US has a huge oil supply. So US is still pretty strong overall compared to AUD USD. But anyway, let's see. Let's search for AUD USD here, guys. Actually, the micro, guys. Make sure you trade micro if you have a micro account and you have like small capital, because the standard lot, it might mess up your shit if you don't know how to use proper risk management, right? So your lot sizes will be way different if you're using standard. But anyway, where's AUD USD chart? Okay, we want to sell AUD USD, right? Where are we going to enter this position? Let me find the entry point, guys. Okay, we could actually enter. Wait, hold on. Let me just double check this, okay? 0,6912, which is roundabout. So 0,6912, which is roundabout here. So basically, market open. Of course, it would be better if we like waited for some sort of momentum shift, like for example in the 5 minute, or like if we waited for some sort of market shift, right, and momentum shift before we entered this trade, because we want to sell this even though it's pretty low already though. So we may want to wait for like we'd have to check this out. Let's see, do we have room to go? Okay, we do have room to go. We do have a lot of room to go still, guys, as you can see. If you zoom out onto the weekly, you can see we have a lot of room to still go down. Ideal execution, we'd want to wait for the 5-minute time frame to turn around in momentum, and then we're going to enter this AUD USD sells, and our stop loss is going to be approximately 0.6942 or 0.6950. Okay, which is going to be where? Wait, hold on a second. It's going to be around about, what is this? The daily. So maybe we'd have to look at the H4 candles and see. Our stop loss is probably going to be around here somewhere. And our take profit would maybe be 1 to 1, 1 to 2. But cool. So that's the trade for AUD USD, right? Is there any other trade that I should mention? GBP USD sell, since the GBP is pretty weak right now compared to the dollar. So the institutional capital, we continue to trail this trade basically. So as you can see, I'm trailing this trade, but I've already taken out a huge part of my positions. So if I get another re-entry position on this trade, that makes sense for me. The entry 1,3195, basically close to where we're at now, right? Then I may add onto this position, guys, at some point, right? So I'm already risk-free on the previous trade, so like this is a new trade basically in a way. So I could enter this right now before or I could wait for the London Open, because we might have some sweeps like yesterday going up, and like it might sweep these stop losses out here, and then I could take my entry coming down. And well, we already did get this, so like even below here I could come in if we see the momentum shift this way, because we already broke back down below these, and now we could break back up here, sweep these stop losses out, then go back down here. But we'll see, right? So adapt to the market, adapt to the momentum, guys. So that's the two trades I'm watching today. Those are the trades I'm watching today, guys. So the account is looking good. We've been doing pretty well, guys. We've been doing great actually. So as you can see, that's what it's looking like, right? So we've so far made $20 in profit. We started this trade on 17 June, which is like last week, right? And cool. So it's looking great, guys. Brilliant. Keep taking the profits off the table when it makes sense. Keep adapting to the market, right? And yes, so I'll keep you guys updated. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Adios, mi familia de sol.